and travel the same road to the same destination as I am is really the key to stay on the path. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sister Romani.
Thank you.
So the same question, the challenge, the difficulty that you might have faced and how you overcome it. So let's hear from Sister Kunmili.
Hi, my turn again. How is the Buddha? Uh, how, as a woman, is there any difficult face for that? Of course. But for me, as I've been as a Buddhist a long way, I kind of forgot what I'm starting with. But anyway, I grew up in Buddhism as a background. I have been fortunate to study Buddhism and do not have any much difficulty or problem studying. But it's still there are some such as in learning Buddhism, there's a little bit of impact my daily life, which may be true for other women, not just for me. Many women are housewives who are go to work, take care of the kids, cooking, cleaning, and so and so. But for me, I able arrange to make possible to time for doing things, including learning Buddhism. For me, I can arrange my time, study and listen during breakfast, cooking, gardening, sewing, all the way I'm just listen. But I know I do not give the full attention to it, but I listen to the content as a review or what I already have studied, apply this as a question and answer example to apply to my life. Uh, for anyhow, we can listen to Dharma everywhere you want, better than nothing, right? Because we are busy women, we don't have time. And another thing for me is I have a difficulty in study Abhidharma. Abhidharma is part is of high teaching in Buddhism, and it needs consumer time to sit and write and understand the word translation from Pali to Khmer. And by the way, I'm not good in Khmer Pali and Romanized Pali. It's kind of difficulty for me, but I can still arrange the time learning in the morning and evening and discussion about the word that I could not understand. But anyhow, for the overcome, the only I can say I have a strong will, try my best, and put more effort into my practice and study. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister. So the same question, the difficulty, the challenge occurred with the young lady as like Natimon. So Natimon, please share your thought and how you overcome it.
Thank you, Sister Rohit, for asking this important question. I'm happy to share what I've been through, and my experience is not different from sisters, um, the speaker here, because as women we have a lot of tasks to complete, like housework and also the work that we do at our workplace. And moreover, since I've been learning Dharma, I have some difficulty learning Pali language because I've never learned it before. Even though our language, Khmer, is combined with the Sanskrit and also Pali language. However, some words it is really new to me, like the word in Abhidhamma. So it's a little bit, yeah, it's quite hard for me because, like Sister Kunmili already mentioned that it's a high level of teaching in Buddhism. So um, yeah, it's hard for me to learn Abhidhamma. And another one is, yeah, before COVID-19, I learned Abhidhamma at my university, and I started at 8:30 to 10, and I am also worried about traffic condition here because at night time we're not sure someone is drunk from the party, from the meeting, like the wedding party or something like that. So I am also worried about my security and also safety along the way as women driving motorbike at night. And also, um, my house is really in a quiet zone. So, yeah, it's another challenge for me. And one more thing is, like Sister Romani already mentioned, that so much under reputation, yeah, that we are not motivated by many senior people. um, Although a lot of old people, they encourage younger generation to practice and learn dharma, but once we show it, they seem not to take it. For example, when we learn about Abhidhamma and we want to share it in the funeral, what is our tradition doing that, and we want to share that it means like this, it means like that. It's not traditionally explained by the lay Buddhist. um, so they seem not to accept our idea because they think we are young. That's why I feel that if we are a little bit more, have more encouragement, that would be better for ladies or women to start learning Dharma more. Um, to my experience, I love the teachings of Buddha, and especially the five precepts, eight precepts. I practice five precepts during normal days, and for eight precepts, I practice during holy day, Buddhist holy day. So 1 month, I practice only 4 days. However, when as a young women practice eight precepts of Buddhism, um, sometime I heard that you're too young to practice. That's for only old people. Why you practice eight precepts, or you don't want to challenge your life or something like that. But to me, to overcome those negative thoughts or to overcome those words, actually, those are not very negative. I That's my feeling because if they understand how important it is, they would not say like that. So to overcome those, I just tell myself that the way that I am walking is not wrong. I am just different from others, but I am not wrong. That's what I always tell myself. So I keep on learning and practicing the precepts in Buddhism, and also practice the learning what I've learned, and practice every day and every moment, because life is Dhamma and nothing isn't Dhamma. So everything is Dhamma. So when we practice, we yeah, I can understand that it is really helpful to my life. And yeah, to overcome those, I am not angry with others, but I just tell myself that I am going on the right way. And one more thing I want to share is the four fundamental of power. In Bali language, we call Atipadator, the four Atipadator that is very useful for overcome everything and to achieve. That's the rule to achieve everything that we want. The first one is will or desire to do. Second one is persistent. Third one is intention. And the fourth one is indagation. Those rules that I always practice in my Dharma journey. So when I have a strong will or desire in learning, and because I love the word
from Buddha, each word of Buddha. So I have the desire, the will to start and to keep on going and learning and practicing. So, yeah, when we understand Dharma, for the other negative thoughts or other negative words or disencouragement does not impact us because we have Dharma as a gate around us. Yeah, we are surrounded by um, lay Buddhists or we are surrounded by many good people. So why we care about the negative thoughts or negative words? Just keep focusing on what we are doing and keep focusing on what we want to achieve. So then we will achieve it like in the Buddha teaching about the four fundamental of power. So thank you, sister, for yeah the question.
Okay,
Thank you for
thank you very much, Natipon. So, okay, so let's move to Sister Sakon. So, what you face, what your difficulty throughout when you are practicing or learning Dharma. So, please.
Thank you. So, as being a woman, I find it challenging to learn and practice Dhamma because I felt there aren't enough time each day, especially. I worked full time and I also have a family that I need to tend to. So, however, I have learned to overcome these struggle. So, one, I set up my alarm clock to wake me up an hour early before everyone else get up. So it's my quiet time. This way, I have my quiet time while meditating. And another way is I fit in more of my Dhamma learning is while I'm driving my car alone, I would listen to Dhamma talk through YouTube, 5000years.org or Facebook, by some of my favorite idols, such as Venerable Kul Supip, Venerable San Sochia, Venerable Sok TV, or teacher Imraya. So those are the few. I like to listen to them. I also take online class on what the Buddha taught, which is taught by Venerable Sok TV every weekend. And I am enrolled to take Abhidharma class with Venerable Yon Yi, which will be starting next 2 weeks. So I'm so excited on that one. So ladies, we can fit into our busy schedule and overcome these challenges as long as we have, just like Sister Mali said, as long as we have that four fundamental, the will, the desire, and the persistence, and the open heart and mind to learn Dhamma. Thank you.
Thank you, sister. Thank you so much. So thank you all the speakers that to share the difficulty as being a wife, a mother, and also the social culture and society that they look who practicing Dhamma is like a selfish. Yes, you have very little time beside the housework, taking care of kids. So you also have spend your time, like to push your time, like to put alarm. It's really interesting that you can overcome that, how to put yourself to learn the Dharma and to practicing the Dharma. So and also raise up about how the language is also barrier, like the Bali language, and it is not our own language. So we learn and to understand the word, to understand the meaning. So it's really interesting that you can overcome those by pushing yourself to listen more and more, find the wise one who provide the Dhamma more accurate, and you can take it to apply to your life. So it's really interesting to hear all of you. Okay, so I move on because time is really so close. And I just would like the listener to know that at the end of the program, we also have a special guest and also we have a video clip of interview, so you can also enjoy with us next. So go back with our four speaker here. I just would like to ask you that uh, who is during the Buddha's time? So please start with Sister Kunmili.
Hi everyone again. Who is the female role model during the Buddha time and why? As I read some of the history of Agat-savika, and Obasika, who are enlightened ones, Arahati, and the noble ones, Ariya Pukkala, Ariya Pukkul. I hope I pronounced right in Romanized English. I have never thought to be like them because they are so endowed with the absolute wisdom, especially for the knowledge of the extinction of suffering, dukkha. I know it is far from that I can do, but I have been trying my best to study and practice Dharma by following their good life story. The female, I mean the Agat-savika that I like is Agat-savika Khema Bhikkhuni. I like her proficiency, who attained arahatship, and Buddha declared her as a great female disciple who is foremost wisdom, panya. I'm very much appreciate of she has fulfilled and accumulate her perfection paramit, life after life in paramay. I think I want to pronounce paramay, life after life in the past with the practice of pure life since very young age. She is a very smart woman, and I like to read her story and follow it. How time I have to talk. Other way, and I like to have I have some stanza that mean Dharma, Dharma pada. I like some of the stanza that I can take that stanza to apply our life, like the stanza in the Ottawa and Sirima story. Ottawa, I would like to share the story of her, both of them, that who attain a Sotapanna. Ottawa attained Sotapanna in the stream enter, later became Aganami, the non-return one. And her husband, who was a non-believer, becomes Sotapanna. Sirima is the class courtesan who Ottawa hired for 15 days to entertain her husband to replace Ottawa's wife. Then Ottawa could have time to do whatever meritorious did as she liked. But I want to specify for the action that Sirima get jealous with Ottawa, that is the first wife, and she grabbed the ladder of the oil pure on Ottawa's head. But because of Ottawa's compassion, Ottawa's aspiration, and say,
sorry, sister, your sound is a bit cut off. Okay, go on. Okay, go on, sister.
Clear now? Okay. How far? Okay,
yes.
Yeah, when the Ottawa, when Sirima tried to hurt her, then Ottawa always aspiration say with a metta and loving kindness, oh, my friend has done a great service. This world may be narrow and low, but the goodness of my friend is great indeed. Through her help, I have received the privilege of giving alms to the monk and listen to the Dharma. If I anger and I hate toward her, may this ghee burn me. If not, may it not burn me. I want to say when she used her compassion and loving kindness, the oil that burned, that cooked very boiling, turned to cold. That's what the Buddha come out and ask her what happened, Ottara. And then Ottara say, I
We
use
cannot
my
hear you
compassion.
clearly, sister.
It's again? Okay, I don't know why. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Are you here now?
Okay.
Possibly.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
I try to talk loud already, okay? Then my
Continue,
voice is shaking
please.
now. Are you okay now? Yeah. When Sirima
Okay. Yes. Go ahead.
when Sirima fell the first time and then go to grab the second time, and then the servants, the maid, try attack her to prevent, don't get hurt to Uttara, but Uttara tried to stop all the maid, don't hurt her, and by she have no choice, she jumped herself to protect Sarima. Can you imagine how she full of karuna and metta? I think this is the Buddha teaching, and she have a time to ask Uttara go to see the Buddha by forgiveness, because Buddha is her father who brought her out of the suffering. Then that's what Serima have a chance to see the Buddha, and the Buddha asked for forgiveness, and Buddha taught them how the Four Noble Truths. On that time, Uttara became a Anagami, Serima became Sotapanna, and her husband, the Uttara husband, who is the non-believer, became a Sotapanna. And the stanza that they use for that Buddha said, you are do correctly, Uttara. You just overcome anger by non-anger, conquered evil by goodness, conquered the stingy with gift, conquered liar with truth. This stanza we can apply for daily life. If you want to be nice, to be generous, to be kind, and to be wiser, yes, Buddhism have a lot of stanza that we can learn from. Thank you for interrupt, and I think I confusing a lot because of interrupt. Sorry.
Thank you, sister. Thank you, sister Kunmili. So the same question move to sister Romani. So who is your female role during the Buddha's time and why?
Thank you so much. I think this is one of the tough topic. There are so many amazing female role models during the Buddha's times, and they all have special qualities that inspired me in many different ways. Who are inspired to be liberated and also have attained the enlightenment. But one in particular woman who I admired for everything she did and has done for the Buddha Sasana is Mahaubasika Visakha, who also popular known as Migaramata, literally means mother. And she was the chief disciple of the Buddha, the chief patron of the Buddha. I think because she was someone who I can resonate with for being aspired to live a noble and happy life without having to ordain or possess in some sort of rank in female Sangha community, and still be able to live a happy life and by practice diligently and sorry, uh, diligently and by engaging and supporting the Buddha and the Sangha community as a whole. For this historical fact, it reassures me that the for for one to enter stream entry, which ultimately attain nibbana, one does not need to become a bhikkhuni or a bhikkhu. There are many different ways that one can go about it upon one's choice. And the Buddha also never really said or explicitly lay out the any rules that suggest that the idea, in order for one to be liberated or attain nibbana, one must, renounces one's possessions or relinquish one's responsibilities or abandons one's family, husband, children, parents, or community as a whole. And therefore, as long as one stay in the middle path, practice diligently, and we are capable to do whatever works for us to attain nibbana. Uh, Moreover, I idolize her unwavering volition and devotion to the Buddha and the Dhamma, for her generosity, for her involvement in the support of the female Sangha community. And in addition, I think her intelligence and wisdom, upon the conflicts that she encountered between her and her father-in-law, who at the time were worshiping Asilaka, and which is now is Jainism. I think it's very inspired to see a woman during her time to stood up against what is right and what she believed in. It's she's my hero, and she's able to not only convinced him, but also uh, steer him to from wrong view into right view, and I think that is revolutionary. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sister. So the same question to sister Natimon. Please go ahead. Who is your female role model?
Thank you, sister, for the question. Yes, it's really good question. There are many great women through my reading about the biography of those women in Buddha's time. But I will pick one particular person. I really want to raise them all, but for the question, just one. So I will choose, yeah, the lady's name, Yasodhara Pampir Devi. She's the wife of the Buddha. I really admire her the best about her love, true love. I remember one birth when they were Keno, when Pampir Devi, when she was born at Keno, and the Buddha was Keno as well. Yeah, Pampir was Kenorai, and at that time the king named Promatot killed Keno, the Buddha, and Kenorai was Pampir. She did not leave her. She did not leave him. She just stayed there and cried until the god of the heaven feels something is not normal, something strange. So when they started to check out, and they know that because of the true love from Pampir Devi, that um, make the heaven or make the god of heaven become so hot inside. That's why they have to come to help them, both of them. And for the history of Pompeii when the Buddha left the royal palace to the jungle to practice Dharma, to the past to enlighten. She was very sad, but she only wished the best for the Buddha. She did not feel angry or upset because the Buddha left her, as we women or as in my generation, when I studied in grade 12, so many people said that the Buddha is selfish. He left the son, the parents, and his wife to the jungle and to find happiness only for himself. But for Pampir, she did not feel the same. She only wished the best for Buddha because she knows that what she knows what the Buddha intend and what the Buddha uh, is doing for the sake of many people's benefit. Even the Buddha went to the jungle to the past to enlighten, she did not change her love from the Buddha. She wished that the way along the way, the sun is not too hot for him, the wind is not too cold for him, and she wished the route that the Buddha stayed would be as soft as the mattress in the royal palace, and the fruits in the jungle would be as tasty as the food in the royal palace. And she also said that I am sorry to get married to you. I have no intention to interrupt your path to the enlightened. These words are really inspiring. It's very inspire. It's a very inspiration words that um, that we as women should learn from her sacrifice. She does not feel that Buddha left her selfish or um, does not love her, but she only knows that when the Buddha reached the enlightened state, he will help a lot of people. Yeah, that yeah, another one is she wished that when the Buddha pavana or do meditation, he does not miss her so much that could interrupt his practice. So this is the strongest mind of women that I've heard after her time, after like beside her. I've never heard someone who has so much sacrifice like her. So Pompi Devi is the role model for me. Um, behind the Buddha enlightened, behind the Buddha's success, there is the strongest woman that is called Pompi Devi. She's the supporter. Without her, the Buddha cannot fully achieve the 10 paramita. But by helping her, that she helps the Buddha to fully achieve the 10 paramita. Like before the Buddha is born as Sattva Goma, he was uh, um, I forgot his name. Vaisandor, yes, he was Vaisandor, and um, even though Vaisandor donate his wife to someone else, but she's not angry. She's only happy to help the Buddha to achieve his 10 paramita. So these kind of sacrifice is the strongest and the best sacrifice that I've seen and I've heard through the woman in Dharma. Yeah, so I will choose Pompi Devi as my role model. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sister. So the same question move to sister Sakon. So who is your role model during Buddha's time?
Thank you. Well, all the women's that everyone talked about is wonderful. So out of the most, I love all those women during the Buddha time, but I'm going to choose. Uh, is it Mahabharata? Is Queen Gotama? Queen Gotama is the foster mother of Buddha. So after the death of her husband, King Sudandana, she determined to leave home and consequently pray for the ordinations. She led 500 women from Shakya dynasty and shaved their head and all wear yellow dresses. So they walked their bare feet in a long journey until they reached the Buddha. Their feet was like bleeding because they walk barefoot, and they begged 3 times with the help of Ananda. Finally, he approved her request to become Bhikkhuni Sangha. So talking about a very strong will, a very strong desire, and persistency, and I admire her. She is one of my heroes. Thank you.
Thank you, sister Sakontin. Sorry that my internet is a bit interrupted with low signal. Okay, so thank you very much all the speaker who share someone that really inspire you, the female role model. Okay, so thank you that you share with us a story about the Kema Pikoni, a story between Sirema and Ottara, who later on become a wise woman, and also Visakha and also Yasodhara. So they are really, really a strong woman and who really sacrifice all all that to support the Buddha. And thank you very much all of you to share who you like. So now it's almost 10. So I would like to introduce the viewer all that we need to meet another special guest. She is the executive director from for Cambodian Center for Human Rights. She also the advocate for human rights. She is the one who also owned the Asian Youth Award and also get a prize. She holds a master degree in international peace study from the International University of Japan. So let's see. You are here.
Yes, I'm here, volunteer. Thank you.
Yeah. So nice to meet you today. So could you please share your thought or share your view how the Buddhism means to you?
Thank you so much. First of all, let me pay my respect to the Triple Gem, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, and greeting to everyone, all sisters here as well. I have listened throughout the whole conversation. It's very inspiring, and today it's my great honor to join with all of you to discuss very important topic about women and Dharma. And I'm very pleased to be here and share how I view, or how I have been gone through the journey toward the Dhamma. So first of all, I have been inspired by the Buddha teaching since young. And at that time, I don't understand much, but I'm inspired in in the way that Buddha enlightened us through his experiment. I mean, his own enlightenment. So to me, Buddhism back then when I was young, it it's very respectful philosophy. So I would claim myself back then as a young, as a Buddhism philosophy believer. I would not even obsess in the religion, whatever, but I respect his philosophy, his teaching. And however, within this few years, I come to learn more, try to understand more, in depth of the Buddha teaching, and I come across through the Vipassana as well. So I'm a learner and I'm also Vipassana practitioner, by learning and I keep practicing meditation on a daily basis. So within this few years, it inspired me a lot, with the in-depth understanding, not just from the surface, but through our own practice. I start to understand better, especially the concept of impermanent. I mean, nothing permanent, like everything is changing. We heard all these words before as well. Everything is anicca, like it's not permanent. It's not stay forever. But we understand from the substance, from the word itself. So when we start to practice it on our own, we start to realize what impermanent really means and how ignorant have kept us to in the cycle of suffering, or the dukkha. So I learned through practice, and that have inspired me, and it changed my perspective on a daily basis now. I see the world differently than before. I start to understand better inside me, and how I can reflect back, and how I would respond back to the outside. So to me, Dhamma have a really meaningful and inspiring way, and the noble eightfold path. It is the way forward that I'm really inspired, and that is the pathway that the Buddha have been enlightened, and he have kindly, with his great compassion, share to everyone. And I think all of us can be liberated if we can walk through the pathway. And with that, I before I said that I'm a philosophy believer, Buddhism philosophy believer, but now I can declare myself, and I confess as well, that I become a Buddhist. So I would like to share how Dhamma have changed the way I am today. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Sophia. I'm really interested with what you said, that you are become a real Buddhist. Before that, you cannot declare with your two people that you are Buddhist. So now you become that. So congratulations. Okay, it's really interesting for our special guest, and who is really active role in human rights, and she also understand about how the Buddha is changing her perspective, to know more about how what is going on about the impermanent, and also the practice the Dhamma, and feel really enjoy with the way of the Buddha's teaching. Okay, thank you very much, sister. Okay, so it's really quite so close. We have very little time. So last word from speaker. So what you want to say? Please give the last message. Please, only 30 seconds each. Thank you. Sorry, I don't call your name. Okay, so the message that you will deliver, like you want to say to the young generation who also would like to know and learn about Dharma. So start with Sister uh, Natimon, please.
Thank you. I'm the first one now. So my last message to all people, all generations, senior, younger, and the same generation, is that um, learning, practicing Dharma is not only for senior people. It's all for human being. When we are human, when we are able to learn to practice, we should learn. And for me, I must learn. And another message that I want to share is what you take care of, it will take care of you. So if we take care of good things by following the teaching of Buddha, we practice the good Dharma, wholesome action, then those wholesome action, wholesome words and wholesome thought will follow us like the shadow follow us. So just keep doing the good things, and if you are able to practice and learn, please learn the teaching of Buddha. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister. Okay, so question referred to Sister Sakon. So your last message to the young generation that you would like them to know about the Dharma. So what you said to them?
Thank you. I would like to encourage all of our younger generation to make time for yourself in this busy world. I know that during the COVID-19 is very stressful. So my word is that learn to take control of yourself. Focus on metta by doing good things, which is the best practice for our moralities on the world, on this earth, and let go of your ego so you can find that ultimate inner peace. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister. So let's hear from Sister Romani. So would you like to share or encourage the younger generation to pay attention on the Dharma?
Hi, yes. My message is to develop a strong will and to brave enough to believe in yourself that as long as you are doing the right thing and wholesome thing and not harming others, continue to do that despite many other may scorn you. But even just one good person, the wise, praised you, do that. And it's important to recognize that not everybody is going to agree with what you do. Therefore, if it feels good in your heart and if it's the right thing to do, do it. Be selfish. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister. So the last one, Sister Cornelie. So as the elder woman in Dharma, so what message would you like to share to the younger generation? Please go ahead, Sister.
Okay, thank you. I may be the oldest one in this group. I do not know how to say, I don't know how to persuade. Besides practice myself and learn Dharma. My son, my niece, my nephew, my friend, my family, they are know I'm practicing Buddhism and learning Dharma. And they can watch me, look at me as the model, as the role model. If they like it, they can go for it. If they don't like it, I don't know, based on their judgment. But anyway, I can tell, I can share some based on my experience. If you try other religion, you try under strategy, and still not satisfied for your life, the only way that you can go, the right way is Buddhism. You know why? The Buddhism teach you how to be kindness, how to be wisest, how to be generosity, how to be friendly, how to be less stressed and relaxed. You can have time for yourself by meditation. You can be friendly with everybody everyone around you by generosity. Generosity not mean that just donation money. You can donation your time. You can donation your teaching. You can donation your hand, your food to help in the community. Whoever suffering, whoever have a difficult time. These are called generation. Besides that, if you want to know is Buddhism is the right thing for you, you can just which one sentence, which one stanza or verses, and analyze the meaning of the stanza and apply to your life. If it's good and work for you, go for it. Thank you.
Thank you all, sister who share your thought, and it's really good to know that the younger generation who can also get such an advice. It's really good that keep be kind, generous, to avoid unwholesome deed and develop more wholesome and stay with a strong will. So it's really interesting for your advice. So the program is really go to an end. So thank you very much for all venerable and all devotees that who really enjoy and join our program. So our last video clip, we also have video clip with Nun Suchita. She is the Buddhist Cambodian nun. She study and practicing Dharma at the Vipassana Dura of Cambodia, Udong, and she is also traveling to Myanmar, to Thailand for learning and practicing Dharma. So let's hear from her. So I would like to say goodbye and good night, everyone. I'm really delighted for all of you to join with us and spend your time and share your thoughts. It's really good for us, and hopefully the viewer can also get the idea and also enjoy with your. May you all happy and liberated. Thank you.
So, could you please tell me about yourself?
Yes, my name is Sojita and it is my Dharma name. We can translate to my household name Jalao. And now I'm 24 years old.
So, how long have you been to be a nun?
It's nearly 1 year.
Okay, so we can celebrate the 1 year anniversary of being a nun, right? Okay, so congratulations to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So why? Because you look so young, and why you are interested in the Dharma?
Yes, it started from when I was 20 years old. I started read Dharma book and also listen to the Dharma talk. And I got the download book from the Microsoft Dharma book from Venerable Sam Sukhir, and I read about the Four Noble Truths, and it's interesting me so much. Like the first one is the truth of the suffering, and the second is the cause of suffering, and the third is the end of the suffering, and the fourth one is the path or the ways leading to the end of suffering. And he also writes another book also, and the title of the book is also interesting me too. Like Chỉ Bật Bất Tệ Can Thor. And then I start to search his name on the Facebook and also the YouTube, and I keep listening more than my time. And I found out that Dharma really like inspired me or really helped me a lot through my difficulty in life. And he also motivated me to keep more learning. I'm the one that's so lazy also.
Right.
I just go to study, and then when I go back home, I have my Mama, I do nothing. But when I listen more Dharma, I can learn more about Dharmas or read another book also. I'm the one who lazy to read the book also before, and now I'm like reading or more, keep myself learning.
Okay.
And I want to share you about my experience that how I challenge with my negativity or with my restless mind or my anger or my hatred. And before I'm the one that who really frustrate or anger so much, or I cannot forgive other if someone do it wrong to me and it's so serious. I never let go of my like of the other faults or other problem, and I never let go of my past or my problem, and is to attach to the problem or to the yes to all my problem or another problem also. And I learn to let go of the problem or negativity by learning more Dharma or practice meditation. And I can forgive other by listen more Dharma talk, and I cultivate the loving kindness, and I can forgive other easily more than ever than I.
Okay, so it's really interesting to know that the Dharma help your life. So, what is your challenge regarding to your family? So, your family is allowed you to be a nun, and what they are feeling about you?
My mom raised me with good education. That she bring me to school until university, and she hopefully that the one that can get the good job like others did in like life or marriage or like that. But I found out myself that I have a lot of problems with like negative mind, and when I started meditate when I was in 22 years, and I found out myself the mind is too restless, and the outside problem is have no at all. Like the family, the financial, the education, or I have no break up with, like mentally break up or down by mentally is no at all. So the problem from outside is no, but my mind always keep me have the problem that, so it like thinking overwhelming, restless or too much, and I cannot eliminate it at all. I can help myself, and everybody can help me at all also. Like I'm the one that used to be angry so much, and my friend tried to help me buy another book also, but cannot. It's the angers or the restless is still in my mind, and
yes, it's really interesting to know that you found out yourself and then you find a way to treat yourself.
Yes,
yeah,
that way.
really good.
And then I start ask my mom to go meditate. Like it's the long retreat at the monastery or at the center in Battambang like that. So it's quite long retreat. And then I start to recognize that I'm more happy, I'm more calm, that I have the stable mind than ever before, and I less anger, and I learn from the Dharma that I can do good by physically, mentally, or you can support other by your good speech, or you're not hurt other by your own action, or you're not hurt other by your own words or your own mind either.
Okay. So thank you very much. So what is your future plan? So what is you going to do in the next plan?
Hopefully that I can still be a nun, because I can have a lot of time to have myself more learning about Dharma or keep practice meditation like that. And hopefully to help others to know about how important Dharma in your life, because it's really, really important to realize. If you know, if you have the right consideration, or you have the right attention, you will have the, I mean that there's no suffering at all in your life, because it creates from your own mind, from your mind lead you to be suffer, to be bad, to judge those other bad or go like that. So it helps you that to be right, to be do it, to do it right. So there's no more bad consequences to you, and there's no lead more suffering.
Okay. What is your last message to the audience? Because we also share this video clip to the Dhamma Live Dhamma Talk. So what is your last message that you want the audience to know, that what should they be aware of, bear in mind?
Yes. So I want to share to the all listeners that if you have the discipline in your life, like discipline mind, the Buddha also raised about this, but also discipline mind will bring happiness life. So you have to cut down all the useless action, but you have to right understanding to what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is useful, what is useless to you. So you eliminate what is wrong to you, what is useless to you. So you try to move on what the right. So there's no more pains to you.
Okay. Thank you, Nan Sujita. Thank you very much for your sharing your experience regarding to the Dharma learning and practicing. And may you be happy and liberated. So thank you very much.